Music? No. Alright. In the shop. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Here we are today in my shop, my favorite place to be, of course. And we got to go on an epic flight. I'm hoping to get a couple of you pilot buddies on here. We'll see. And get to talk about the pilot life. Dude, I went for an epic flight today when I had an epic fail yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yesterday was a terrible day of trying to fly. The winds are so high that I definitely could have flew in it, but I learned a value lesson that if you are about ready to go flying, but you don't set your wing upright in high winds, your lines can get tangled up in the wing. And that's what happened. I tangled up my lines pretty bad, and it was pretty horrific. It was like one of those things that actually never happened to me yet. It was the first time for me where the wing like raveled onto itself or over itself a few times. And man, I'm making a video actually about it now that I'll drop. It's like nothing special. I did a little YouTube short on it, but geez, it's pretty terrible. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm just hop on these lives. It's Monday. I'm trying to, like I said, do these Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, hop on these lives and, you know, be on here, hang out with you guys for a little bit, talk a little bit more about my next upcoming video and my videos of what I've already posted and what happened to me today and yesterday. You know, I had this pretty falling out bad yesterday, but then today I got off of work pretty early, and then once I got off of work, I like literally like got my SkyMax Star. I went out and went to the beach and went and had an epic flight. And it's so weird because the charts were showing 10-mile-an-hour winds, you know, and when I got to the beach, it was not 10-mile-an-hour winds. It was like no wind at all, which was super crazy. I couldn't believe it. And not only that, it was like I couldn't get over the fact that I had to actually go do a forward launch when like the whole time, like everywhere else I was at today, it was super windy, like everywhere, like especially inland where I live. And then when I went over to the island, it was like no wind at all, which was really weird because it showed on the charts it was laminar beach ocean winds, you know, coming off of the ocean. And when I got there, I still had to take off like I was going towards the ocean, but I don't know. I didn't like my landings too much today because the winds were totally changing. Like the winds were obviously going on a more of like, you know, parallel with the beach, supposed to like showing on the charts coming right off the ocean to land. But hey, you know, I don't know. I had a pretty good time though. I did a lot of cool touch and goes today. I did a couple wing overs, some kind of like harder ones too, which I've been trying to push myself do more of. I'm trying to get used to doing the 720 drops a lot better than I have been doing. I've been doing like kind of like baby style step, or you know, I'm doing baby steps, you know, gradually getting up there. And today I wanted to use the speed bar, but you know, I don't want to really necessarily, I guess, do it alone, so I'm waiting for pilot Tom or somebody else to be with me when I go to do that, just to be on the safe side, so if something was to happen, I have somebody there and not some stranger on the beach or inland somewhere where hopefully that someone would be there if something bad happened, but I don't really know. But like I said, I'm really excited to go through my YouTube. I'm really excited to go through the footage that I got today. And I'm also pretty excited to post the videos that I have downloading inside from what happened yesterday. My car show too, that was really epic. We took the street rod out to, which is normally the first car show of the season. That other one that I did that I posted 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks now, that was some random car show that kind of popped up, and it was the first annual car show meet, so it wasn't something that I was really expecting to do, but it did pop up, and you know, so, and I'm all about, you know, always going to new car shows or things like that, but this car show that I went to was pretty epic. Like I rolled out there with my good friend James, and even Johnny G was with James, which was really cool. He rolled in his '63 Oldsmobile, which was a really nice car that James actually bought, redid, put a diesel engine in it. Super cool setup, and it was a good time. We hung out with some cool people. There's tons of burnouts. We saw a truck catch on fire. 2 tires blew out. Super crazy stuff. And then I did a cool burnout in the Model A, which now I definitely need tires. And I kind of already needed tires anyway for the Model A, but it's time now after what I just did to it. But I can't wait to share the YouTube video about that little show. It's a little private car show. It's nothing nothing big like some of the other shows are, but it's cool that it's on the private side, so you get a private invitation to go, and then you go hang out with these cool guys that have awesome bikes, and get to see some just unique rides that you don't normally get to see at sometimes the shows, because not everybody goes to the car shows even when they have a car, which to me, I'm starting to realize that some people don't like that idea. Some people like to have these kind of cars and just go out for a ride, you know, and just cruise around. Man, I'm like super thirsty today too, because all I did was a ton of running around. Like today, I seriously like ran around to work, you know, like crazy, and it was super hot. Today might be the hottest day of the year so far here in New Jersey, and I whipped out this cool dance floor slash deck with my dad and my stepbrother Mike, and then like I said, I raced home, grabbed the SkyMax, shot out to the beach. And then I did 2 different takeoffs there, you know, which was super epic. It was just beats you up too sometimes when you got to do a forward launch, you know. It's just extra things to do, you know, because I was really looking more forward to a reverse takeoff than a forward launch. It's just, there's nothing wrong with the forward launch. It's just, I just feel like sometimes like doing a forward launch can be a little more difficult, you know, because I like doing a reverse launch because, you know, you get to stand there, you get to watch the wing come up, you get to look at all your lines before you do your turnaround, and then you go, you know. I like that kind of a takeoff. But, you know, what's so weird about my takeoff today, which is wild, I go to do my second attempt for the takeoff, and when I went to go do the takeoff, wings coming up, everything seems fine, but as soon as I went to give it throttle, it like literally shot me to the left, like I hit my lines or something, which I didn't hit my lines, which was super weird. And I don't know what happened there. It was very odd. I guess I had a little tanglement or something, but I've never felt my wing just like violently shoot down, like it was getting held down or something. Like, it was seriously the very weirdest takeoff I've ever done, which I actually can't wait to check out the footage on my GoPro and my selfie stick to see like what even happened. You know, I've been thinking about that since that happened today. But regardless of that, yeah, you know, I just wanted to, you know, hop on this live today, hoping that some people would come on here and engage a little bit, which right now it's not looking to be the best, but you know, I do like to try to push to do these lives. Like I said, I'm here to try to really engage with you guys that are subscribed to the channel. I want to know what you guys really like about what I'm doing, or what, you know, you guys want to see me doing. Like I said, I do have my wing giveaway that is going to come up, which I'm really excited about. But I'm still not ready yet for that giveaway, and I can't wait for one of you guys to win it. And, you know, like, really, I just wanted to come on here and talk about the car show that happened over the weekend. Talk about my flying today, and then also what happened yesterday, because I totally didn't even get to take off yesterday. It was pretty embarrassing what happened yesterday. Winds were high. I posted a little like short video of like the winds moving my propeller, you know, on the beach, and it was spinning so fast that I felt like if I was to have stuck my hand in there to try to stop the propeller, it would have chopped my finger off. It was moving that fast. But, you know, it's like really hard to do these lives as well. You know, it's like a hard push. It's not really easy to do, but it's something that I'm not trying to give up on doing either, even if no one's in here on the live. You know, there's so many times where, like, I guess for an example, I'll post a video and I'll see that like 3 days later I get no views on it, which is so odd because of the following that I have. And then sometimes I'll like delete those videos, because I'm like, why isn't anyone viewing it? And then I'll post like the same exact video, 2 or 3 days later, and then I guess I either do it at a different time or it's just I don't understand, or maybe it's a different title, and then that video will actually get a lot of views on it, which is like mind blowing to me. And it's just so weird how sometimes some of my videos will get thousands of views, and then sometimes some of my videos get no views, It's something that I don't quite understand, and I don't know. It's really odd to me. But, I don't know. It's things that I'm still, I guess, learning with trying to become a YouTuber, trying to be into really social media and stuff like that, trying to like really push out better content and make my editing better. But see, like for me, I actually really enjoy editing my videos, and I also like really enjoy breaking them down the way that I want to do it. And like, don't get it wrong, I know it's not about just the way I want to do it. I want to be doing it to be like catching, your guys' interest and things in that nature too. But like there's all these apps now where like you can use AI to like edit all your videos and stuff, and I tried that and I don't know if it's just that I feel like it takes all the fun away from trying to be a creator. Like I understand that if sometimes you use AI for like the thumbnails and maybe making the lighting better in some of your video or making the sound a little better. But like for me, I don't like to use that stuff. I like to capture what I can capture, share with you guys what I'm really capturing. That was like the whole, I guess, the point of the beginning of me making these videos, trying to like, hey, this is Dan's life, this is his adventure, I'm sharing it with you guys, and I'm trying to like inspire other people to really, you can go out there, slap a couple GoPros around and just start being a creator, it can be anything too. And it makes me extremely happy. I'm like generally an extremely happy person. Like even before I had all this stuff, it wasn't like I was all depressed Dan or anything like that. I've always been a happy person, and I love people. I think that when I get to go out and interact with others, then I'm like in my happiest of moments, because I just feel like that's what life's all about. Life is all about hanging out with other people, especially coping with people that love the same thing that you love. Like today, I was on the beach, and when I was out there, I met these three older people, and they were so cool. And I wanted to be super nice, of course, because, there was a lot of people today on the beach, which you guys will see in the video that I'll post. I'll probably post it within the next couple days. Or I might share a couple little shorts and stuff like that and reels like on Facebook and Instagram, which you guys got to follow me on so you guys can see my videos like day to day. And I'll post a couple shorts too here on YouTube, but I feel like I go a little more detail on my Instagram and on my Facebook. But anyway, I met these three people, and they were so cool, and I was being really cool to them. I actually said, I don't think I'm going to set up here and fly. There's a lot of people here. I don't think it's really cool. I don't want to bother anybody. I'm here to, I want to do it really bad, but I'm here to also, you guys are here to have a peaceful time on the beach, not hear some loud two-stroke 4-foot propeller spinning. And they're like, no, we would love to see you go fly off, please do it here. And I was like really debating it, and I said, all right, screw it, I want to do it here. I guess this spot is just as busy as any other beach spot, but it wasn't as busy as like what we all just recently saw that one guy do, where he took off, looked like he did not know what he was doing, and then he was just holding his brakes down, he stalled, and he fell into the ocean. Wasn't anything like that crowded, but there was people there today, and they were really cool with it. They loved it. And when I came down and landed my first time, I actually walked up to another couple that were on the beach, and I asked them, I said, hey guys, I'm flying right here clearly. I said, I don't want to be annoying. I'm not trying to be, intrusive to anybody. I hope that I'm not bothering you guys. And they were like, no, we love it. I think what you're doing is really great. And if anything, it just sounds like they said it sounds like a mower, which was kind of funny to hear. That was a first. But they were really cool, and like I said, and the other couple, the other three people I met were really cool, and I just feel like when you're trying to be a pilot, especially if you're going into a populated area, I feel like it's really important to be respectful of the surrounding because when people go to the beach, they're there reading their books, they're playing games, they're in the water, they're even maybe fishing, and none of that stuff's like crazy loud if you think about it. The loudest thing normally at the beach is the wind howling off of the ocean if it's high winds. So like for me, when you're bringing an engine of any kind, I feel like on the beach, you got to be so respectful. You got to really care about your surrounding. You gotta be worried about other people. And like for me, that's what I did. I walked around with people. I made sure it was really cool. Everybody was really cool with it. And it's funny. Everybody was waving their butts off to me today. Like I mean, like crazy waving when I was flying low. And which kind of was really great. It was absolutely great. But what was a little sketch was that I started to fly really low when I had a headwind, and I got a little too comfortable and I literally smacked my feet against the ground. I didn't realize I was that low. Like I knew I was low, but when my feet hit the water, I like pepper sprayed the whole back of my setup, which I hated. That was a first. And I literally like couldn't wait to get back here today to WD-40 the whole setup and wipe all that sand, salt water off. And because you don't want that stuff living on there. It'll start to corrode up the aluminum, the stainless steel, or not stainless steel, the titanium. I'm sorry, and all around. I'm not here trying to hurt my setup either. I'm trying to baby that. I love the star with the MY22 on it, and yeah, I do have another MY20 Viterazzi him back in a minute. We'll see how the live goes for another 10 more minutes, and then I will actually probably end the live, but we'll see. Like I said, I come on these lives to try to really engage with everybody that's on here, and really I'm trying to meet the people that are subscribed to the channel. I want to really interact more with you guys. I want to really, like I said, know what you guys like, because I am just here sharing with you what I'm in love with. And I love sharing the excitement. I love sharing these adventures that I'm always on. And and what was so funny about the first couple that I met today on the beach and was talking to, I told them how I had this car and stuff like that. And I don't even know if they believed me or not. And what was so funny was today I had to go drop off food, so I couldn't stay on the beach for too long. So the idea was I went from work to the beach, and then from the beach back home right here. And then I figured because if I had to go run food to the school, I was going to come and take the hot rod, load the hot rod up with the most fruit that the hot rod's probably ever seen, which was funny. And then I shot over to the high school. And when I shot over to the high school, I got there and I thought, I might as well go drive down what I call Ocean Drive. It's where like we're on the island that you guys see me normally flying at, but it's like it's the last road that's by the ocean. And I'm cruising down that road and I couldn't believe it. Like after I dropped off that food, driving the hot rod, and boom, here's the 3 people that I met earlier today. And it was so awesome because I got to pull over, park the Model A. I let them sit in the car. They loved it. I like blew them away. I was blown away that I even saw them again because they loved my flying so much. And that was cool. Like my second landing that I did coming in, I landed right next to them too, which was pretty cool. So I could be like, how'd you guys like it? And they loved it. And then it was just so cool that when I came back in the Model A driving down the island, boom, there they were walking off of the beach, and it was just so like super ironic. And it was just really cool because, like I said, I pulled over, I let them really get to check out the Model A. They loved it. They loved how I had the platform on the back, and that's where I put the Model A at and stuff like that. It was just all around a really cool, epic day, and yeah, that's the stuff that I love. I love sharing the excitement. I love talking about the adventure. And, I even, like, a lot of times I'll let people sit in the car, because, like, for me, when I was young, I only got to ever touch one really cool car. And I was young. And I was never like no one ever offered to take me in rides in someone's cool car. I used to always watch everybody else get that chance. Everybody else always got to get that, and I never did. And I felt like I wanted to be in that seat more than anybody else ever did. And that being said, that's why like when I go to the car shows and stuff and I'm talking to certain people or like I see kids, I'll let them sit in the car, like cuz to me it changed my life that one time I got that chance to sit in another Model A. And still to this day, I've never sat in anybody's Model A except mine and my grandfather's, and to me that means a lot to me, and I feel like to some people, that might not be a big deal, but like for me, I've been a real big fan of toys, cars, and flying, and I am blown away with how my life has been recently. And I feel like with a great attitude and a good outlook on life, really positive things come, Everybody has bills, everybody has personal problems that they got to deal with, but why be upset and angry about those things? Like me, I'd rather smash that with a positive, great attitude and just think to myself, I love my life. I love life. I love people. I love the opportunity of a challenge. I love learning new skills, because if you don't learn anything new, then, like to me, oh man, there's always something else to learn. Like every time I go flying, I'm learning a better skill about myself to go and fly. Clayton, what's up, man? Always stay positive, dude. Totally agree with that, man. I'm happy that you're on, dude. I almost actually gave up on the live, so I really do appreciate you hopping on. It's hard to do these lives and have nobody on here, so I do really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm really trying to be positive about these lives and be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So, dude, thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. So, dude, yesterday, I'm glad that you're on. So, yesterday, man, I went out. Yeah, man, I hope that they show up, but we'll see. If not, no big deal. We'll hang out until, we dry out, I guess. But, so Clayton, so dude, yesterday I go out to the beach, one of my favorite LZ spots. But actually, it was considered a new LZ spot, but it was in the realm of where I normally go flying at. But this was a total new spot for me. And I picked that spot because there was really nobody there, and now the beaches are starting to get more crowded. And long story short, dude, the winds were howling yesterday. And it said 18 mile an hour gusting, right? So I've flown in 25 mile an hour gusting. So I felt like, all right, it feels strong. I feel like, I can do this. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to just take my time, set my gear up properly, and go for it. So I learned a really big lesson. So I had my wing set up backwards, like basically set up to try to take off with the downwind, which would have been impossible with the winds, how they were. But the idea that I was having was that my wing can't just, pick up and try to go flying off, with me trying to get my motor running, me hooking up, and it being like a dangerous situation because, I don't want to be dragged or anything. And, dude, long story short, dude, as soon as I go to hook up to my risers, yeah, that's what I did realize last night. It was best that I didn't go and fly. It might have been way too high of winds because I think the charts were way wrong. But, dude, it was so crazy. When I hooked up my wing and I pulled all my lines to where they got tight, my wing was still facing in the opposite direction, like into a downwind. Dude, my wing just like tumbled like this all through my lines, all the way to me. And I was like, oh no, and like a fool, I thought that like I could just like, so my wings like this, right? Like twirl it up like a taco. I thought that I can take my lines like this and just pull them out and they would be not tangled. And man, I tangled my lines up so bad yesterday, like something fierce. And dude, I couldn't untangle them at the beach safely, like without the wing really trying to go flying, without it trying to rip me around and stuff. So I sucked it up. I bagged up my wing, I was super bummed out that I couldn't untangle the lines there because, like, to me, it's like a pet peeve. Like, if something's wrong and I can't do it on the spot, I feel like I've been beat, And, but other than that, though, as I pack it all up, I took, like, that cool little video of the of the Paramotor, which I don't know if you saw it or not. Dude, the propeller was spinning so fast, man. I don't know if you saw that on my YouTube short, but dude, it was spinning so fast that I felt like if I was to try to stop the prop, I would have chopped my finger off. It was I can't believe how quick the rotation was, and you should have felt the thrust that was coming off of it from the wind blowing at it. It was super crazy how fast it was spinning, and but regardless, I came home that day, and when I came home, man, for some reason it wasn't windy at all when I'm only like 7 minutes away from the beach. It's crazy. The only thing that's splitting me from the beach is the bay. You know, the bay and the parkway. So I don't understand how it didn't feel windy at all when I got home, which I was happy about because I was able to take my wing out of my stuff sack and I was able to unravel my lines. It took me probably every bit of a half an hour to do it. It was super annoying, but I got it. And the whole time I kept thinking like, man, I hope there's not a knot somewhere that I'm not like seeing, you know? So long story short, today I like busted my ass at work so I can get done early, and I got done right around noon. And I wanted to go have that couple hours to just, you know, try to be at the beach, hopefully before everybody was there, you know, before like after work hours, you know. And I get there and I had to go move my beach spot because there were so many people at the first spot. So I go pick a new spot today, which was in that realm of where I normally fly at, but this was now a new LZ spot for me. And like I was currently saying earlier, when I want to go out there, I was still questioning it. Like, man, there's pockets of people. Like, there wasn't constant sets of people. It was like some people were here, some people were way over here, some people were like back over here. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, and I was thinking like, man, I don't want to upset anybody. And all I want to do is fly. And my south end spot that I normally go and fly at was super packed. And there was a park ranger down there. And it's not that we're not allowed to go fly there. We are totally allowed to fly there. It's just that I'm never trying to show this sport off either. You know, I'm never trying to have a reason for someone to be like, well, you know, there's a lot of people here. This is not cool. Like, obviously, I do know that, and I respect that. And that's why I was saying earlier, I was asking people, like, hey, are you guys going to be okay with me going to fly right here? And then when I did do a little flight, I landed, and I talked to a couple of the people saying, like, hey, I hope I'm not bothering you guys. If I am, you know, you can tell me, you know, I will pack my stuff up. And everybody that I talked to were super nice. They loved it, and they thought it was really cool. And, you know, because I do know when I watch other pilots go flying off at the beach and I have my headset off and I'm videoing them, it's loud. You know, it's not that it's not loud. It's loud, you know, and they're all being super nice. Each one said, it's not that loud. And I'm thinking, man, that's really nice of them to say that. But I was really happy that I got to go flying today. It was a really good flight, and I got 2 flights in today. So first one was like a 28-minute flight, and then the second one was kind of a little bit less. I think it was like a 12-minute flight. I'd have to check my setup. Sometimes I don't really get to go up for that long, like I'd like to. A lot of times I do get to go flying for over an hour when I'm with somebody else. But sometimes it seems like when I'm by myself, I do these little flights. Yeah, man, I got up, and you know what was so funny today, Clayton? It was showing all the charts, 10 to 12 mile an hour winds. I got to the beach. Dude, there was no wind at all. I almost didn't know which way to take off, but it was showing on the charts that it was coming from the ocean. So I ran, you know, with a forward launch in the direction of the beach. And I botched my launch. Wow, that was like a sign then that happened, dude. That's crazy to think, man. That's actually pretty wild. Man, that's so crazy. Man, you know what's nuts is like, I feel like our type of wings can take up winds like that, but you talk about flying backwards, that's what's scary. Oh man, I bet you guys all were. Man, that's gotta be scary. That's a scary thought, man. I think about stuff like that a lot, and I wonder, like, man, what's gonna happen if I got caught in a situation like that? And I got caught one time in like 30-mile-an-hour winds when I was up like about like 1,000 feet, maybe, and I was going backwards, and it was like my fifth flight, and I was at the beach, and we were island hopping, and I was with my mentor, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm behind you, and I'm going farther away from you, like I'm going backwards." And he's like, "Let your trims out." And I let my trims all the way out, and man, I still was not moving forward. I was bugging out like inside, like, "Oh no, I'm scared." And then all I did was just like a reaction was me just to like let off the throttle and go lower. And then once I got to probably like 500 feet, I started to go forward again. It was crazy. But then after that whole flight like that, I kind of stayed around that 500 foot and lower, and I was always moving forward after that. I think there was like a crazy wind shear that was going on. Yeah, man, dude, there's been Clayton, I can't tell you how many times I've actually have got hit with walls, especially at the beach, man. Especially island hopping, like when we jump to an island to island. And man, sometimes, dude, we'll be crossing the water, and out of nowhere, it's like I hit a brick wall, and it's like, whoa, what the heck? And it's like you dead stop, but like you're like on a swing set. Like the paramotor wants to keep going forward because that's what's pushing you, but like the glider just hits a wall, and it's like, whoa. Scoob, what's up, man? Oh, it's no flying. Scoob, I went out flying today. I got 2 flights in, man. It was epic today. Yesterday was an epic fail, but today was an epic success, dude. What'd you just say, Clayton? I'm sorry. Yeah, so Clayton, today I had my speed bar all hooked up and ready to go, but I just still feel a little uncomfortable with the way I set up the speed bar, so I'm still waiting for my pilot friend Tom to actually be there with me to guide me through it. Like I said, I'm in this for the baby steps to to be at a better level of skill for sure. And like you guys probably know, when you fly with others, there is this different comfortability level. Like every time I fly alone, like I don't like doing anything crazy. Like I'll do like little mini spirals. I'll do my little slalom, stuff on the beach. And then lately I've been doing like these cool 720 turns, where like I come up and it's like I almost do a wing over and then I drop down, and I absolutely love them. They're like my favorite thing right now. Um, but everything's in baby steps. I'm not trying to ever brag like I'm a really good pilot because I'm not. I would like to say that I'm a very safe pilot that's still learning a lot, and I still have a lot to learn. So, Scoob, did you go out flying today? But yeah, I'm not in this to be in a race. I'm in this for, the long haul. After seeing what happened to Anthony, I think how do you say his last name? Vala or Villa? Man, after seeing what happened with him with the speed bar, it really messed me up a little bit. Like, I don't want to say it gave me nightmares, but it made me really question, like, okay, you got to be very safe. No, I had to work. Now, Scoob, I had to work too today, but I actually worked double time this morning as hard as I could to get done early to shoot to the beach before, like, everybody else could be done work. Like for me, I love that 12 o'clock to like 4 o'clock freedom time. Villa, like Bella. Vela. Okay, yeah. Thank you for actually clarifying that. I was actually, I'm really bad with people's names sometimes, especially last names. Dude, so like, man, after watching that video, that was pretty horrific. Always best to learn from other people. Yeah, so like, I feel so fortunate with the other pilots that I hang out with and fly with, like my mentor, Asmat, of course, and then pilot Tom. Like, these 2 really highly skilled pilots that have been doing it for years before I even did. Oh, yeah, Scoot, the beach is great all day. So it said that the winds were coming off of the ocean today, but it was so weird. I guess when I came in for my second landing, the winds picked up a little bit because I had to do forward launches both times, and I had to run my butt off towards the ocean. And then, dude, when I came in and landed, my wing came down sideways, like I didn't land right. Like I ran it out fine and landed on my feet okay. Like I didn't hurt my landing or anything, but my wing I couldn't control my wing right. Like it would just drop down sideways. Like it wasn't in the wind right. And then as I was wrapping my wing up, I was like, man, I feel the wind coming parallel now with the beach, you know? So then I took my wing back out and then I kited it in the reverse launch kind of way. And I'm thinking, man, this is what I wanted the whole time. I love doing a reverse takeoff because to me, you know, you bring the wing up, you get to look at it comfortably, you see all your lines nice and clear, you get that feeling of control, you know, like you're in control, and then you turn around and then you're like, you look at both wingtips and then it's go time, you know, that little bit of that lean back and feeling excellent, you know. And yeah, but don't get me wrong, I love doing a forward launch too. I just feel like it's more of a challenge. You don't really get to look at your wing. Yeah, that too, man. I agree with that, Clayton. Like I actually I've been finding out that I think I need to go get a hip replaced, which is really devastating because I want to actually find that out tomorrow. But I have like a bad hunch, you know, that I've been trying to have a better posture. You know, I have a bad posture, you know, like where I sag my shoulders down, and I've been trying to like work out and stuff. Depends on the winds. Usually when you got it on the gas quick or. Okay, yeah, I get that too, Scoob. I get it. You're right. It does depend on the winds. I should have said that in a better way, but yeah, you don't want to turtle back for sure. So, but yeah, so anyhow, but you know, it was a great flight. But what was so weird, which I can't wait to look at my camera. When I went to go do my second takeoff the first time, because it took me 2 more tries to get my second takeoff. My first takeoff, it was first try. My second takeoff, something weird happened. Like, I'm coming up, my arms are out wide like this. I'm in the, I call it the gunslinger position with the split A's, you know, how you can, like, you split it, and you're in the gun position, you know. And I'm running like that, and man, the wing's coming up, everything looks great. And then as soon as I went to go gas it, man, my left side of my wing, like, just shot down, like my prop hit my lines or something. It was so weird. And which I didn't obviously do because I looked at all my lines and I'm like, okay, I didn't hit my lines. What happened? Dude, I know, man. I already did. I bought 2 of his shirts, and it's so weird. I actually thought I bought all 3 of those new shirts, and I was like looking back at my order. For some reason, I only bought 2, and I keep forgetting to buy the 3rd one. So I gotta buy that. I'm gonna try to do that tonight if I can remember. I actually just got finally my oil should be here tomorrow for these because dude, all I have in my tank right now is like I don't even know how much fuel. I'm talking like maybe a half a gallon in there. I'm so not used to saying liters, so I do need to really step up my game with that with the Paramotor life because. It's funny, all my friends that I fly with, they're like, liter this, liter that. I'm over here like, dude, I got 2 gallons in there. But yeah, got to get that other t-shirt. And yes, I'm waiting for my oil to come in tomorrow because I have none. I've actually had no oil now for like, man, like 2-3 weeks. But we've had some bad weather, which you guys all know. And I haven't been really flying. Ooh, sorry. Man, I just drank my juice like really fast. I've been trying to drink like nothing but water, and like I've been drinking like this other style water now, which I'm not. It's like bubbly water. It's like weird, but it's like it's at least something different, you know. I try really hard to be on the healthy side, you know, because I've been having these really bad headaches, and I didn't want to go to the doctor and then be like, here, Dan, you're gonna take this type of medicine, and this is gonna solve your problem. Like to me, I try really hard to think like I can just maybe be all natural, and I used to be a really bad candy eater and stuff like that. I got the Motul 800 oil because I feel like I've been running it already, and I'm gonna run it now with this oil that I got. And if I see any issues after what I run, then I am gonna switch over to the other style oil that you're talking about, which I probably should have done maybe this time, but. I never heard that. They say no brains, no headaches. Dude, I get like the worst headaches ever. But that's what I was trying to get at. You know, I want all natural. I actually knocked off all sugar. I eat salad every day now. I like basically don't eat anything for breakfast, which is hard sometimes. And then normally by dinner time, I'm so hungry, and my girlfriend like cooks really great healthy foods, you know. Right, I know. I actually kind of forgot about the fuel stabilizer part in it because I do have fuel that sits in the tank sometimes for like 3 to 4 weeks, and that's not really cool. I should have really switched over because none of it's cheap. You know what I mean? I think I just spent like $75 on that big, huge, however big those jugs are. You know, $75 I feel like is not cheap at all for oil. It's expensive. But no, with my headaches, I just feel like I don't know. They kind of didn't go away after me being healthy for a couple months and not doing anything else. I don't smoke or anything, and I just couldn't believe it. And then I got my head scanned. I didn't have any tumors or anything like that. And then they found out I had a deviated septum. They said that I don't breathe really that correctly through my nose, which is ironic. Can't believe that. And then they ruled out though that it couldn't be that causing my headaches. And then they kept telling me that I'm probably having migraines. That I should try this one type of medicine to see if it helps, but it's gonna make my fingertips go numb, which it's so crazy. Like, so the medicine that I have been taking, which I wish I had it on me right now to tell you guys what it is, it works. I haven't had a headache in like a few weeks now, which is amazing. I used to get headaches like 4 times a day, and now my fingertips though are numb. Like right now, they're on the numb side. They feel tingly. Like I actually really hate it. And then they told me that if that would happen, and I don't like it, they can give me like a shot once a month. That would be even better and healthier. And I'm like, wow. So you're telling me the medicine I'm taking is unhealthy? That like freaks me out a little bit. But whatever. Enough about me. But yeah, you're totally right about the oil situation. I should be a little bit more about that. But dude, I've read really good things about Motul 800. I feel like I can't say it right for some reason, but I don't know. I've had now I think about like 48 hours on this motor, and there's like I want to say 82 hours on the other one. Please get. Yeah, so dude, I'm so glad that you actually said that. I'm actually freaked out a little bit inside to do the speed bar after watching what Anthony did. And but I have watched Pilot Tom use the speed bar on my wing already a couple of times. And I saw that nothing bad happened. It looked amazing. And he actually had the trims all the way in, which I didn't think you could do that with the trims all the way in. Oh, Clayton, are you serious? You're saying that like he just took that wing up and went for it? That's crazy. That actually is crazy if that's true. You know, I don't man, I didn't hear that. Oh, no way. Dude, I love learning the kite on the ground. I love getting to meet the wing, you know. That's like to me, that's so important, you know. It's like I don't care how good of a pilot you are. It's like I would rather spend an hour on the ground playing with the wing, kiting it, looking at it, understanding it, feeling how those brakes feel. I know it's a little different before it has the load, but man, dude, man, I probably put like 6 hours on my Roadster on the ground before I took its first flight. Like, that's crazy to hear. And like my other wing too, man, geez, I probably put 20 hours, I think, on that wing, maybe even more before that thing took its first flight. Dude, I wonder if he will sell the wing. I don't know. He made comments like he was going to go right up and fly again and stuff like that in time, but dude, you know what really blows my mind? From 80-foot drop, he landed on his back, right? He back flopped, and his motor was still running. Like, that's pretty impressive to think that, like, the engine didn't just break in half from that type of an impact, you know? He actually shut the motor off, if I'm not mistaken, you know? And that's crazy. The only thing that actually broke was the prop, and I think his air box went flying off. No, no, no. But you know what's crazy though? If that was his first time doing the speed bar, like I can't believe he wasn't any higher either. Like I don't understand. I guess I wonder if he's got so much flight time under his belt he was comfortable. Never know, man. He probably would sell that thing because I ain't gonna lie. If I probably crashed one of those paramotors that are behind me like that, I don't know if I'd be able to look at it. It's pretty funny though, man. So what was he flying then? A fly product, right? Is that a fly product frame that he had? Dude, it's so crazy to think that he fell and back flopped, man. Okay, yeah. Dude, that's crazy. And he's 33. He's a year younger than I am. It blew my mind when I heard him say his age. And I'm thinking, what, dude? You're younger than me? He looks older than me, you know? And that's so crazy. Yeah, with the double hoop. Man, you know, my biggest fear is like the motor going through the frame into our back. I can't believe he landed in like the worst position, you know? I did so many butt landings, kind of hard impacts on my first paramotor that like I used to love how my gas tank setup kind of sits so low because that would always hit the ground first and then I would do like these cool butt slides on my harness on the grass or the sand. And I would never hurt myself or my gear. Like I did bend up that a few times to where I did have to get some welding done, but it was never anything serious, and I only got the welding done because I just wanted to beef it up and make it stronger, and actually, at that point, straighten out the hoop section again, you know? But super crazy to think, you know? Yeah, but dude, what a shame with that guy, you know? He'll probably, I hope that his body will be back to 99%, you know? Because I don't want to see that happen to any of us. I don't want that to happen to me. This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. You know, I can't imagine it ruining my life, you know, and yeah, believe me, when I go to do the speed bar, I want to be at least 500 to 1,000 feet at least. And I know it won't help, but I'd rather be doing it at the beach slash kind of over the water a little because I know an impact at probably 500 feet into the water probably won't be good. But Eric, what's up, dude? Happy for you to be on here, man. I was wondering where you're at. What's up, Eric? But yeah, no worries though. When I go to do the speed bar, I will be surrounded with other pilots that will be watching and helping me and making sure I go doing it the correct way. The only thing I don't still understand about the speed bar is like when you go to do it, do you press on it hard? Like to the point where like you want to get into the speed bar really quick, or do you press onto it nice and slowly? That's my question about the speed bar. Eric, nothing, man. Just hanging out. I went flying today, and I cruised around in the Model A. I had a really good time. How about you, dude? And I just got done eating dinner. Really? So it doesn't matter. So I could engage into it like by like it's hard to show, but like I could actually just press onto it like a slow motion like that. Eric, so Z is Clayton, just so if you can always remember that, Eric. What did you just say? Okay, that's cool. So, and then even if I want to go press it in a fast motion too, it wouldn't interrupt anything. Like it wouldn't like call, say, a frontal or anything like that. So Scoob, right now, Deb is actually Eric's mom's name, but Eric's actually on his mom's phone right now. Eric, I just told Scoob, or I just said it on the live, so he probably just got it. Whew, yeah, I am kind of beat, man. I totally got like some sun today for sure, man. Yeah, my face. Oh yeah, man. I totally got some sunburn today. Yeah. So Eric sometimes uses his parents' phone sometimes when he's probably, I guess, online, or his phone might be dead right now. Eric, why are you on your mom's phone? Eric and his mom and his family's business was just on TV doing an awesome show on there for their business, Cravewell. Free vitamin D. What is that? What to drink? Oh. Right over my head. All right, Scoob. Hey, man, it was really good having you on the live, man. I really appreciate it, and I can't believe that we are still on the live right now. It's pretty awesome. I've been trying to, like I said, really push and do these lives longer and longer, but I feel like the last live, being on there for over an hour was pretty cool. I see you on Prop TV. Are you talking to Scoob right there? But yeah, so yeah, but dude, yeah. Sometimes some things go right over my head. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So it was an epic day, dude. Flying. I actually can't wait to go digging through my camera. I have my one helmet cam right here. Oh man, dude, I love this helmet, man. Oh, you had a softball game right now, Eric? Oh, that's cool. Man, you're at the softball game and you're watching my live right now? How'd you know then that I was on the live right now? Man, I can't believe it's already starting to get dark. But I do love that it's getting darker later. Man, I just wish it would stay summertime year round. That would be fantastic. So, Clayton, what are you up to today, man? You getting into anything? Anything good, or just hanging out at the house? Yeah, it's still a little light out here. It's not that it's dark yet, but it looks like it's getting like overcast or something's going on. Doesn't look like it's a bright, clear day like it was earlier. Oh, that's cool, Eric. Nice. Well, yeah, I don't mean to keep yawning like that. I do apologize. Jeez, it's like I'm like got hit with like the tired stick all of a sudden. I was trying to get. Oh yeah, right. Your foot, right? You bummed your foot out, right? Dude, that's crazy. I actually just fired up my quad 2 days ago for like the first time in a while. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do, Clay. I am actually a little beat. All I had was after my whole crazy day was I had soup actually right before the live. I probably should have had something a little bit better than that. Um, yeah, sometimes, dude, like I have a hard time eating. Like especially when I'm like super overly excited, like when I'm doing stuff like flying or like running around. It's like I don't know how I can do it, but sometimes I'll go like a whole day without eating anything, and then I realize it when I'm like right before I go to bed. I'm like, whoa, I didn't eat anything today, and it's wild that I do that sometimes. I drink a ton of fluids though. I drink a ton of water every day. I just heard something in the middle of the shop. Ah, it's always so nice when the parts come in, man. Yeah, it's funny. I was just doing a reading on like aging, and because I feel like I'm starting to see myself finally get to the aging point, and it's crazy. I was just reading that they say the more you eat, the faster you age. The less you eat, the less you age. I don't know how true that is, but That was crazy actually reading that. I was thinking like, geez. And you know, it's funny too. Like also, I read about eating. Like the less you eat, the harder and better your mind thinks because it's like goes into a defense mode. And it's pretty crazy because like sometimes I think my best when I'm not eating anything, which is wild to think. Because I know some people that when they don't eat, they can't even work anymore. They're like, oh my God, I'm starving. And then we gotta, you know, stop what we're doing, make sure they eat, and then sometimes I'll eat something. But that's why I like the salad sometimes for lunch. It's so light, and I don't even feel like I ate. It's almost like a brain teaser, you know. It's like I'm just like I guess it's almost like chewing on gum, you know. It's like almost like the same concept, you know. You kind of like tricking the mind to thinking like you ate, but you really kind of didn't, you know. So Clayton, what do you do for work, man? I don't know if I ever got what you do for work. Oh man, you are the man. That's great. That's great. Retire life, man. So you fish a lot. Do you go fishing? I actually never really got into fishing. I always wanted to. Oh man, good for you, dude. Man, you retired into being a paramotor pilot. You're the freaking man, dude. Wow, you do? Oh man, that's incredible. Good for you, man. Dude, that's incredible. I don't have no cabin, but I got a garage. Yeah, you got that right, Eric. I know, I need to go there. I need to start cleansing and eating good. I'll tell you what, though, the bugs are starting to come out, man. It is wild how these bugs are starting to be. Man, I can't believe we're at 56 minutes on here. Oh, wow, we just hit 57. That's awesome. Man, at first, man, that first like 15 minutes, that was hard to be on this live, just trying to push it, you know. I feel like, you know, like I said, I'm really trying to engage. I'm really happy, Clayton, that you came on here. Clayton, that's all good, man. I'm actually going to hop off of here, too. So I really do appreciate you being on here. Clayton, until next time, hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday. That's it, man. I got to get some rest. I did a little bit too much running around today. But that's all good, man. I really do appreciate you being on here. Like I said, thanks a lot. And I'll talk to you later, man. Yeah, good talking to you too, man. Until the next one, all right? Hopefully Wednesday. I'll be on Wednesday. It might be a little bit later, but I'll still come on. So, Eric. So, dude, I'm going to probably get off of here, okay? I'm going to check out the footage of today and probably do a couple little reels and stuff tonight and try to maybe finish one of my YouTube videos, all right? So, Eric, I really do appreciate you hopping on here. Make sure you tell everybody in your family that I said hi. And yeah, I'll talk to you later. And I really do appreciate everybody that came on the live today and kept it going, which was really cool. I do love hanging out, talking about paramotoring life and a little bit of the street rod life. So, Eric, I'll talk to you later. The gnats are bad and the gnats. All right, Eric, I'll talk to you later, buddy. Until the next one, all right? See you, dude. Thanks a lot for coming on the live. Peace out.